Hello students, I welcome you all to the first class of political science. As you all know that we are pursuing virtual education these days. So keeping this in mind, I have come up with the first chapter, that is equality in Indian democracy. In this chapter, we are going to read about equality. We are going to focus about equality, like what it is, why it is important in a democracy, and if everyone is treated equally in India or not. You'll also come across many real life stories of people who suffered inequality on the basis of caste and religion. And what role does it play in implementing better opportunities for people? So B.R. Ambedkar has said, self-respect is the most vital factor in life. Without it, man is a cipher. Nothing is more disgraceful for a brave man than to live a life devoid of self-respect. So the whole idea of the class would be focusing on the concept of self-respect. Now, there are three key pillars of democratic government, that is people's participation, conflict resolution and equality. And what we would be focusing today is equality, which one of the key factors of democratic government. Constitution, as I said, guarantees equality for all the citizens. But in reality, there are some discriminations which are based on caste, class or religion. Therefore, there are differences in the society as well. There are few examples which are given in your book. So one of the examples is about Kanta. Kanta is one of many people who live in democratic India and who have the right to vote, but whose daily living and working conditions are far from equal. Now, children, look at this picture where Kanta is standing. She is standing in a line to cast her vote, and she is very happy and excited to vote that she is equal to all of the others. The other people are engineers, doctors, some are very big businessmen, housewife, etc. She is standing with variety of people. But as the day goes on, Kanta becomes very less certain about what this equality really means. Since Kanta lives in slum and has a dream behind her house, her daughter is sick. She somehow managed to take her to the hospital, to the government hospital. But she soon realizes that those people, those rich people may stand with her in the line to vote, but they will never do it when their children are sick. So what I mean to say is, there is right to vote, but what about right to living and right to equal working conditions? There are no equality in the terms of right to living equal life, a living a standard life and working conditions. There are huge disparity that needs to be solved. Caste identity. This caste identity not only exists in the minds of uneducated people, but also in the minds of educated people. Dalits. What about Dalits? As we have studied before or as we have read before that Dalits were considered as untouchables. They were treated very badly. They were humiliated by the upper class people, which needs to be solved. Right? Let's see one example about Om Prakash Valmiki, who himself was a Dalit person, and he wrote an autobiography which was Jutan, in which he has expressed his feelings as growing up as a Dalit boy. He was made to sit on the floor in the classroom and was beaten up many times without any reason. He was also made to sweep the school playground because of his caste. This discrimination on the basis of caste, religion or class hurt the dignity and self-respect of an individual. So these were the stories that brings the reality of equality. So what's important is we must recognize the dignity of an individual. Unequal treatment violates the dignity and self-respect should not be challenged. Just like Om Prakash do not deserve this kind of behavior, this kind of treatment. He deserves the same respect and dignity as anyone else. That's all for today's class. In the next video, we would be continuing with this chapter only. Till then, study this chapter, read this chapter properly, and take care.